Have you ever felt like there's always someone around you, or you might tend to bump into somebody that just can't seem to be happy for you? You know, like because things aren't going right for them, they want you to be miserable. You know, I never understood, like, when you achieve something, why do people hate the fact that you achieved it or an accomplishment? Why do people hate the fact that you accomplished something? Why is that? I never understood why people can't just seem to get inspired or be happy that, they finally achieved what they achieved. Never understood it. But I want to talk about that feeling, because that feeling you get when you share something with somebody, or you share an accomplishment, right? Something great happened to you, let's just say. I'll give you an example because I don't want nobody to say that I'm talking about them. Y'all be a little soft-hearted. But if I'm talking about you, my apologies. That's just get it together, I guess. But I'm just talking. For me, mine's, I could say, was YouTube, right? I worked really hard. I had people get mad because I accomplished that. I don't get it. And the response you get for sharing, like, I finally did it. It be cold sometimes. It be cold. And it don't even got to be YouTube. It could be whatever you achieved in your life. People will look at you like in a cold way or try to downplay it. And kind of turn it dismissive, even mocking in a sense. The person that, the one who can't seem to find it within themselves to go get whatever you've accomplished, right? They don't want to celebrate with you. They don't get inspired, and it's because they're hurting. See, just because you gave up on your dreams and your aspirations doesn't mean that somebody else should too. It doesn't mean that. But because you gave up, now you gotta laugh and point fingers or try to dictate or like break down or downplay whatever they've achieved. You gotta find some type of peace in it to talk some type of crap about. All because you didn't achieve what that person did. And that hurt that you got has little to do with that other person. It's within yourself or why you feeling like that. And everything you do, it I don't even know how to word it. It's like unresolved pain that you need to deal with, because there's no reason for you to act like that towards other people. There's no reason for it besides something you dealing with in yourself. That's it. It's not something that I did. It's not something that they did. It's something that you are dealing with and you need to face. Misery is a real funny thing. Misery is. It's kind of it's contagious. Better yet. But not in the way that you would think, right? It's not that the people are struggling, to get what they want, to spread joy or anything. No, it's not what it is. For many, it kind of works in the opposite way. Here's what I mean, though. When we're unhappy, right, we want others to experience the same darkness as somebody else. And it's the truth. When you're going through something, now I'm not like this. I'm not a hater. If anything, I will give you, ask me any question about YouTube, I'll give you game. Promise you. You want to find out how to scale from 0 to 10,000 a month, 5,000 a month? You want to, I have no problem giving you game. Just ask questions. But for some who are unhappy, their own feelings tend to kind of rub off on other people. I'll put it that way. And this desire to see others brought down because you are in a predicament is the same level of misery that is often rooted from some type of deep insecurity or deep pain. That's just what it is. And I've tried to understand why people do this. I really have. But this is my conclusion with it. The next time someone makes some type of comment towards you or some type of thing to try to downplay what you got going on, any accomplishments, remember, remember, it's not about you. It's not. That person dealing with something. And they got to get that energy off some sort of way. Some sort of way. They got to get it out of their system. And even when they do, it still don't work out. They really hate it when you ignore them. I'm gonna touch base on that in another video. I ain't gonna talk about it right now. That's a whole nother story. That right there, they want you to minimize those around them pretty much. Like they want them to feel so low or feel like the same level as them that they'll do anything to make you feel that way. It is a way to try to convince you that you don't deserve happiness or you don't deserve what you've gotten in your life. Like, I don't understand it, y'all. But you're no different from them now. Don't get me wrong. It gives them, when they do this, it gives them, to me, I think, a sense of control. It makes them feel better about themselves. When really they need to sit down and deal with that. You know, dealing with their own dissatisfaction about themselves. It makes them feel less alone, I should say. Right? Now, envy is a powerful emotion as well. Enviness. It's one that we don't really talk about. Now, we talk about jealousy, but enviness, that, here's my thing with it. It's often associated with jealousy, but enviness is deeper than that. Here's what I'm saying. When someone is envious of what you have or of you, it's not just that they wish they had what you have. It's not what it is. It's not what it is. It's a deeper longing. It's a longing to be something they believe that they'll never be. You get me? A lot of people don't understand that things that God has given me, I can't give you because it wasn't embedded in you. It was embedded in me. There are things you have that I literally can't give, people will kill you for. That's gonna go over people's head. Something like my personality or when I walk in a room, I can light up a room. Those are things that I can't give you. Do you get what I'm saying? And people are envious of that. I hate to say it, but they are. They just things I cannot literally pull out of my pocket and give you. People will kill you for that just because of how you are. They wish they had that. And that could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. That part of it, I'm not talking about money, none of that. I'm talking about something within myself that I can literally not pull out and give somebody. You got to think about it. When you see someone else succeeding, living life, maybe that seems so full of possibilities, full of everything that you want, it can stir up uncomfortable emotions in somebody. Not saying me, but there are people out here that if they're already feeling dissatisfied with their own life, and somebody like me, where I'm speaking about all the things that's happening in my life, getting progression, that'll piss anybody off. But they get real happy when things go left or something happens. They get excited off that. You wanna know why? Because they're dissatisfied with themselves. That's what it is. And it's like, I like metaphors. It's like rubbing salt into a wound. That's what it is, right? When that bitterness that people have in their heart, because it's a lot of y'all out there, it starts to take over. It starts to take over. And you see their success not as something to be happy for. People will start seeing your success as a reminder of what they are not. That's what they'll see it as. They won't take it as nothing else or nothing less. That's what it is. And perhaps, maybe, what they'll never be. There are some people out here that will never be a content creator. You just won't. But see, if I say that, that hurts. Right? It's not what I'm saying, though. I'm not saying anything to hurt you. What I'm saying is people have a different outlook on what success looks like, especially if they're already mad at themselves for not having it. Are we here? Now, why do people act like this? It just brings me back to my question in the beginning. I had to stop, because why do some people let envy control them? Like, why do you let that type of thing control how you think, control what you say, control what you do? I don't know. I don't know why people feel the need to try to tear down people. I never understood it. But the answer that I've come up with is kind of complex, if I don't say so myself. And for many people, their unhappiness stems from a lack of fulfillment in their own life. They're not fulfilled enough. They're not at the point that they want to be. So any little thing of somebody else having a better life than them pisses them off. Truthfully. And it don't even got to be nothing major. It could be something simple as you having a car and they walking. It could be something simple as you getting money, they broke. It could be that simple. It ain't got to be because I'm riding in 3 cars or I got 3 cars, big house. It ain't got to be none of that. It could be because you got a YouTube channel that's monetized. It could be anything, really. But if they don't have what you have, okay, that's what I'm saying. They may have unaddressed business about themselves, personal issues that they need to handle. Simple as that. So they tend to deflect and do things like that to make you feel bad for success that you have. They need to stop avoiding that feeling that they're dealing with. Maybe they will feel a lot better. It's interesting though. Because this is how you need to respond to negativity. And I was going to save this for my next video, but how you respond to toxic people is when someone tries to bring you down, you know what you should do? You don't even got to say nothing, right? The first thing you need to do is take a deep breath and realize that this person has problems. That's what you need to realize. This person is only spreading negativity and saying things because they got some stuff that they need to deal with. They cannot control how they feel right now, right? I know a lot of people don't know how to control their feelings. They don't know how to control themselves. But you can control how you respond. A, you don't have to respond to be truthful. Or if you do, you can do it in a respectful manner, right? I can only have empathy that goes so long and understand that insults or, the belittling remarks that people do to you, or for example, somebody might comment on a video. I had somebody say, why don't you respond? It's not worth my time. It's not. And then when I do, I get mad at myself for even responding, because it's like I just wasted 3 minutes of my life I can't get back responding to you when I know what's going on. Like, I know the truth. It's pointless. It's pointless at times, especially when you are making money and that person is watching and making you money. It's pointless. It's pointless. They just be wanting to be seen. That's what it is. A lot of people grew up not having the love in their life, and this is they way of, getting blown off steam. That's the best way I could put it. A lot of people grew up in messed up situations, are in messed up situations at that. So this internet makes them feel better. That's how I'm gonna put that. And to be real, you don't have to absorb that negative energy. You do not have to absorb that. Listen, it's okay to distance yourself. That is completely fine. You can distance yourself from toxic people. I know everybody wants support and all that, but why be around people who don't support you and want to belittle you all the time? Why? You deserve to be around people who want to see you grow, who want to see you be better. You don't have to be around that. People who celebrate your wins and take you as an inspiration instead of taking you as, oh, he thinks he's better than me, or try to belittle somebody all the time because things aren't going well for you. Now, understand the importance of lifting each other up. That's what people need to do more often, but they don't. You need to focus on yourself as well. See, to defend against all that negativity of others, I should say, here's what you do. You need to strengthen your inner peace. You need to find peace within yourself. Now, for most, they have that already. But for the person that's bitter, they need to do that. They need to find some fulfillment, because a person that's not bitter already has the fulfillment in them. Things that you find enjoyment in, things that you find joy in doing. You know, it could be a relationship, something that you can nurture. Do you get what I'm saying? And find your sense of self-worth. All of these things. Spend time doing things that bring you joy and fulfillment. That is the key. And that is the problem of why people are so bitter. They don't have anything or any type of fulfillment in their life. So, them watching other people, that's how they get fulfillment. And if it doesn't bring them enough fulfillment, that's when they become even more bitter. When you don't have fulfillment, you try to find it in others. Okay. You need to invest in your well-being. Some people, most people, are out here bitter and messed up. That's just what it is. And when you worry about your well-being first, focusing on you and figuring out, well, maybe I do have a couple issues within myself. A lot of y'all can't even sit by yourself for 10 minutes in silence. A lot of y'all can't. I don't think you could be by yourself. I don't think you understand you. And that's another problem. The words of a toxic person and toxic actions they may have, it will no longer have that power over you when you have fulfillment for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Now, because ultimately, misery does love company. We all know this. Misery does not define your happiness, though. It doesn't have to. If you're a person that's like this, bitterness should not steal your joy. If there's a person that's bitter, they shouldn't steal your joy. They shouldn't steal what you like doing. Your life is yours to live. And you have every right to pursue your goals, dreams, and be proud of it once you do. Don't let somebody that's on the wayside that gave up dictate what you do.